Hi, I'm Logan. Today, I'm reading Johnny Appleseed. That's the thing. Noticing. See, what's it? Johnny Appleseed.
A long time ago in New England, there lived a boy named Johnny Chapman. Everybody loved Johnny, including the animals of the forest. He led a very simple life, read the good book every day, and carefully tended his apple orchard, because according to Johnny, apples are the finest things on earth. Hi, Johnny.
Find the time he called good work. He had planted apple seeds, and the seeds grow into trees. To Johnny grow into the fine young man. Nothing bothered him. This, as long as he heard the sun and the rain, the good book, and his apple trees.
Johnny loved all the living things, so wherever he walked, little birds flew about his head and woodland creatures frolicked at his side. The wildest of beasts trusted Johnny and would sometimes lie down at his feet to have their heads scratched.
Why Johnny ever loved wolves. Often one world will run right up to him, then instead of pouncing there, that fierce wolf will act just like a puppy.
One day, a wagon train rumbled past Johnny's place. "Howdy, young man," shouted the driver. "Come on out west with us and be a pioneer." Johnny wanted to go, but he wondered if he would be wise. He was so comfortable here in the east among these apple trees. Then, from behind him, a loud voice hollered, "Johnny!" He turned around, and there stood the most pioneer-looking man he'd ever seen.
You oughta go west, Johnny. So said the tall figure said, "Shucks. I'm your guardian angel. So I ought to know I'm here to say then there's those folks where
Will
be needing apples, then they say so out was more. I know you're a real expert at planting apple trees."
Well,
That ripped.
that's okay. Well, the words of his guardian angel made sense to Johnny. The very next morning, he was ready to go. He slung a sack full of seeds over his shoulder, plopped an old cooking pot on his head for a hat, and with a seed planting stick in one hand and the good book in the other, Johnny headed west.
Week after work. Mile after Chicago commercial. Mile. Johnny Travel was planting apple seeds if over the hills and across the flat plains. As he wait, Johnny was always looking out for folks less fortunate than himself. One time he even case his shoes to a man who had none. From there that day he on rain over or shine. Johnny roamed the country side completely barefoot.
That was nice of him. You'd think a man without shoes would have to be mighty fearful of snakes. But they sensed that he loved all creatures and were grateful when he helped them make their homes in the cool, damp earth beneath the trees.
Often after a hard day's planting, one of the settler families where will invite Johnny into their cabin for dinner, where when everybody was through eating, he asked, "When will you like Meek to read a little?" His host always nodded yes. Where when to go to drink dark to see Johnny, where will then tell time of them of the planting he'd left behind, and in return for their kitchen kindness he leaves some seed for them to sow.
Well, that was nice. Johnny often joined friendly Indians in their teepees. That's nice. For supper or a little chat. As you might guess, he also helped them to plant apple trees, of course.
That ripped.
Okay, go ahead.
One day, if Johnny's
Indian
friends said to him, "Be careful. My tribe is going to in the warpath tomorrow." Johnny ran all day and all night to warn the settlers. So sure enough, every next morning, the little Indians attacked. No one was hurt because Johnny's warning. He had said the settlers to the army fort. Shortly after that, peace treaty was signed, and all the fighting stopped. In peace, the Indians and the settlers put Appleseed's tree together.
Nice. Wow, now look, they're dancing and happy. Year after year, the seeds that Johnny planted grew into sturdy trees. When the apples were red and ripe, folks came to help with the rich harvest. There were apple pies, apple dumplings, apple fritters, and apple cider. All the while, an old time band played merrily and everybody joined in.
Uh,
Go ahead.
the years
Past.
passed were
Wherever
after Johnny
went,
went apple trees and good
neighborliness.
ness
That's hard.
said
Sprang
sprang up in his
footsteps.
success, for Johnny was planting more than apple trees. He was planting
His
his
own
own
boundless
balance from
faith
faith.
and courage.
He gave the
Settlers
now new
heart,
and
strength,
strengths to
build
this
this
great
great
land.
land. And so it went for 40
It's over.
years.
Sorry, it's over.
As Johnny Appleseed wandered across the West, looking for places to plant apple trees, no one knows how many trees he actually planted, but they say he popped those seeds in the ground so fast that it somehow looked easy. Settlers who came later heard tales of the kind man with the beard who had passed by some time before and planted all those beautiful apple trees that awaited them. Leaning
against one if his trees, Johnny stood off the one
to one
side,
and
watch the folks
enjoying
joins
themselves.
himself. He was pleased. Then the fried fruit from the orchards
had
brought them so close together. He reached up the and pick an apple off a tree and took a bite. Then one with a
satisfied
smile, he said, and his animal friends
moseyed
on
westward. Johnny planted so many seeds on his way to the west that there were apple trees everywhere the settlers looked. At sunrise and sundown, folks would say, "See that pink color in the sky? Why, that's some of Johnny Appleseed's blossoms glowing in the sunlight." After a while, they just plain called that kind of sky an apple blossom sky.
Johnny wasn't looking for thanks.
Good.
He figured that from if folks said how the apple trees growing from tiny seeds, if the will give the hope
and strength
to carry on what they tell doing, thinking,
and
that and was thanks
aplenty.
Johnny didn't even stop to
Notice
Then he said,
Was
getting old, and his
beard
beard was
growing
growing to as
fast.
fast his apple trees.
As time went by, Johnny's beard sprouted full. The older he got, the longer it got, and the longer it got, the wider it got. Look it's all flowery. The wider it got, the harder it was to tell which was Apple Blossoms and which was Johnny.
One night, out in the far
West,
west, while Johnny was
peacefully
sleeping under a apple tree, his guardian angel appeared and called to him, wake up, Johnny. Where we gone a mighty long journey tonight. Now he hold on, said Johnny. Life got
a
lot. If apples of trees to plant.
Oh, wow. The angel said, "That's fine, Johnny. Come home with me. We need a whole lot more apple trees up there." Johnny's face lit up with a big smile, and he and the angel left this world behind. Even now, in the country or in the city, people look up at the apple blossom sky and they smile.